Hello, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favourite love stories. So I have a little script I've written up on my phone, so if I'm looking down at all, that's why. I just don't want to go off track because I've noticed that I tend to do that. So if you see me looking down and talking, that's why. So I'm sorry.
Are you still filming?
Yes, I'm
Sorry.
recording right now, Mum.
Sorry, you have to start again.
Nah, I can just cut it out. It's okay. So just as I started filming, my mum walked in. Did you like, what are you doing? Filming, Mum. Okay, so my first favourite, a lot of people may not agree with this one, but I really felt like this one is what got me back into reading when I was about 14, and that is Edward and Bella from Twilight. But when Twilight came out, I was like, no, I have to read it, and I did. And yes, Edward is a bit controlling and Bella lets him be that way, but their love story is the one that got me back. I just think their happy ending is really what needed to happen for them, and I'll always have a special place in my heart for Edward and Bella. And my next favourite is Lilac and Tav from These Broken Stars. And the reason why I love the story is because they went through such a struggle for survival, and how they grew from kind of dislike to annoying each other to love is just my favourite kind of way to fall in love with books. Well, with characters in books anyway. So, and the struggles they go through to survive on their own little planet. They don't really have a choice but to love each other, do they? So I kind of really do like this story, and I'm really sad that the next one isn't actually going to be about them. But either way, I still can't wait to read the next book. My next favourite is Tessa and Will from Clockwork Princess and the Infernal Devices. And I love this couple just because of how perfect they are for each other, and they didn't get together until right at the very end of the third book, but they still loved each other throughout the whole series, and they're just meant to be together. And the satisfaction of having them get together and spending the rest of Will's life together is just, yeah, very satisfying. And I do very much enjoy this series, and I will be reading it again before City of Heavenly Fire comes out, so that's exciting. And the next one is Rose and Dimitri from Vampire Academy, and the reason why this is in my top 5 is because it's all about forbidden love, really, and they have to fight their love for each other, even though they have since the first book. They have to fight it because the student/mentor relationship they have is obviously very wrong. And I feel like Rose is really brave because I'm pretty sure in this book, in Blood Promise I think is the one where she has to kill him. I haven't read this series in a while, so yeah. Okay, so in this book, in Blood Promise, Rose has to kill him, and that's the only way to heal his Strigoi-ness. And I feel like that's the ultimate sacrifice. And I just love that Rose is brave enough and gutsy enough to actually go through with it. But in the end he turns out not dead, so that's always a great thing. So that's why I love this love story. My last but definitely not least favourite is Chaol and Selena from Crown of Midnight. And the reason why I love these two is because of how different they are, and how much Chaol hates what she does, but they still love each other anyway. And Chaol knows she has to do it for her own survival. I feel like Chaol is very understanding with her, and he still loves her despite what she does, and he's only ever actually killed one man, so he kind of understands a little. And the fact that he sends her away at the end of the book to save her from the king is heart-wrenching, but at the same time beautiful, because you just know that he needs to for his own peace of mind, and so he knows that Selena is hopefully gonna survive. And the fact that he knows that she's a fairy is kind of cool too, because that means that there's no secrets between them. And I hope to God that either in the third or the fourth book after it they come back to. But yeah, I love this one because they do anything for each other. And yes, Selena did try to kill Chaol, but that's because she was in a crazy rage of losing her friend, so I do love these two, and I hope that they get back together in later books. And of course, special mention to Hazel and Augustus from The Fault in Our Stars. And the only reason why this isn't in my top 5 is because they're not so happy ending. I feel like a happy ending is the way that I like them to end. It's the way that I feel satisfied with books. And this one kind of, John Green kind of made me angry how Augustus died, but in the end, kind of one of them had to, really, with their cancer and stuff. So I love this book and this love story, but it's not in my top 5 because Augustus dies. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my top 5, and I'll see you next time.